Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you're watching this broadcast right around the world, a very warm welcome to Casey Stadium here in Cranbourne, or in Casey City. I like to say Casey City. They are the host, and what a wonderful job they are doing as well. We are about to witness an absolutely enthralling game of indoor cricket. It is South Australia taking on New South Wales Metro in the 14 and under girls division. My name is Gary Lowe, and sitting next to me is a big kid. I've got a shadow cast all over me because he's about 2.5 times the size of myself. It is Chris Griffin, the man who runs all things indoor cricket down in the ACT, or up in the ACT since we're down here in Victoria. Griffo, how are you, my good sir?
Going all right, mate. Really excited to watch this game. I've seen both of these sides in action against our girls. We had some 11s and 12-year-old girls that had their first nationals, but both these sides are very good units, and I'm really excited for this matchup.
We might go through the tail of the tape once this first over kicks off. Of course, the 14 and under girls division. South Australia finishing in 4th spot. New South Wales Metro, the top dogs.
Got knocked off in the 1v2. So
that they did.
Victoria through to the grand final, and the winner of this match is who we will see in action. Played into the leg side. Just a bit of a misfield there, but 2 runs.
New South Wales Metro going down to Victoria Blue 84-76, hence why they find themselves here. And Queensland were defeated by South Australia 96-88, and that's how we find South Australia here.
Wide outside off stump, called no ball off the pitch. Outside edge, falls just short. Run out chance, but they make it through for 1.
So on strike we have, should we wait for that, no ball too high. Chris Griffin, you might be able to help us out with the original pronunciation of the number 5 for New South Wales, and then what we're going to very lovingly call her, at her request, of course.
All right, I'll do my best. Vashanari Dabhanka, and much more affectionately known as Vishy by her coach Tanya Bailey for New South Wales.
So of course,
she's joined by Kinjal Kumari, who's at the non-strikers end with number 10.
We would only shorten a player's name at the request of that state or territory, of course, out of respect for the player. But we're under instruction that that is what she is commonly known as, and that is what she prefers to be called. So we'll, of course, grant that request. So certainly no disrespect for the commentary box, I assure you. We had a good discussion with the team management prior to the game.
Just here for the second over, it'll be Caitlin Sekafin. Played into the leg side. Both batsmen make it home.
And of course, on social media at the Cricket Australia Indoor Facebook page, definitely do hit that share button. It'd be an absolute travesty not to see the exceptional talents of these players not broadcast, as I always like to say, right around the world. Chance for a run out. Oh, that would have been world class in itself. Good
pick up there, low. Unable to execute though. Gregory in the back of the court almost got there to make a play, but it was such a quick release, she didn't have the time to get there. Pushed down leg side and called as such. A little bit of an interesting approach from the bowler. I really enjoy this. Someone who has a bit of style, or you can recognise who it is. Played into the leg side safely.
Yeah, Sekafin just starts off facing the side of the court, as in you can see her there. You might not be able to, no, you won't be able to quite see her from your camera view at home, but faces the left-hand side netting with her right shoulder toward the batter, and then does a hop, skip, jump, 90-degree right turn, and gets into her business. We love to see some individual expression out on court.
Always. Full of delivery, push down leg side. End of the second over, and that sees New South Wales Metro. Good solid start on the 20. Great delivery there.
Yeah, it is the number 87, Chloe
Rosenswag.
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 Rosenswag. Again, with a little bit of style herself, she comes in, dragging that one down. Possibly could have been called a wide. You've got a better view than myself there, Chris Griffin. Must have just caught an inside piece.
Yeah, very tight call, but judged correctly. Errant delivery. Doing a bit of a magical act there, turning a guaranteed 2 into a 1.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if Vichy needed to touch that one. Might have possibly been in her best interest just to let that one go by, but she decides not. Another leg side, getting a bit wayward here, South Australia.
Outside off, beaten. Just no footwork there, trying to put the feet down the middle of the pitch, sort of. Just got to get across to those to play the ball. Always a little bit easier to hit something when you're closer to it. Flighted delivery, push down leg side. And that's the end of the over. A decent over there, only 5 conceded. A little bit here, there and everywhere, but I'll be happy with that.
'14 and under girls, coached by Tanya Bailey. Jacqueline Vickery is a manager. Tanya Bailey, just a young lady, but has been in the coaching ranks in New South Wales for many years now.
Yeah, she's definitely been around for a very long time. It feels like she's been here as long as I've been here. So.
Yeah, that is an awfully long time. So all the very best to Tanya and her team in South Australia, coached by Kylie Rattray. Assistant coach is Ainsley Knight. The manager is Taryn Williams.
We'll see the first third ball scenario of the match. See a little bit of appeal from the back net fielder. I'm not sure.
Well, the umpire, the umpire did have a bit of a look. It'd be interesting. Be very difficult for our broadcast partners to be able to dig up that replay, but it'd be interesting to see.
Played solidly there for 2. Good shot to get the release of pressure.
That run-out 3 line would be very, very interesting to see. Again, it wasn't a part of normal play, so our wonderful broadcast partners, Sportscast, might not be able to get that footage for us.
Oh, that is a quality indoor cricket shot. That is tremendous cricket. Yeah, the ball is always live, Gary Lowe, here in indoor cricket, unless obviously in between overs or a fall of wicket. So, got to keep your eye on the ball. It squeaks away for 3. A bit of a deflection. Ooh, called 3, yes, correct. But Gregory bowling well here, but New South Wales up to the task. Full delivery makes it on the inside line. That is a great start for New South Wales Metro here in the 14 girls prelim final. 32 on the board, Gary Lowe.
Yeah, 32 is a pretty handy start. New South Wales Metro, they're an interesting bunch. I say that in a very respectful manner, of course, but they have been up and down and sideways and left and right. Very difficult to be able to pinpoint how many runs you're going to expect from them. They've scored anywhere, if you can believe this, 172 against the ACT. all their scores, though, have been north of 100. That against South Australia, New South Wales Metro scored bang on 100. A bit difficult to tell. So you definitely say 100's in the cards. It might be easier. South Australia have been a little bit more consistent with their scores. South Australia are pretty much bang on the 100. So although we might be a bit fuzzy on what New South Wales might do, we know that South Australia can comfortably, not comfortably, but averagely run down 100.
Yeah, well, we've seen it all tournament here in Casey that the courts are a little bit wider and a little bit bigger. So those that it really favours the batsman.
Yeah.
I think only court 5 is probably one of the smallest ones. So you've seen consistently bigger scores than you would usually at other venues. As we see another third ball scenario, we'll see if South Australia can take advantage and get their first wicket. Well played. Hit to the fielder. Goes for it. Think still would have been home. It's the first run on the board here for this second pair from New South Wales Metro. Worked into the leg side. Good solid safe 2 there from New South Wales. Played flat straight to the fielder there at cover.
Last ball.
Top edge, opportunity, missed, take the stumps, there it is, there's the first wicket for South Australia. And a bit of relief and hugs and celebration. I think they were a little bit worried about the missed catch.
Oh, I think so. As we watch this replay, it was a real dolly of a catch. It's gone nowhere, then the run out, and then, yes, this is all relief hugs. Look at that. You can see them sigh. Big relief.
That is why your coaches always tell you to finish the play right there in action on the live screen.
Emerson Filsell, sorry, the number 1 for South Australia. She was breathing out, having a nice cup of chamomile tea down the other end once that happened.
And the number 1, Emma Crawford, will come in here for your 6th over. Bullish delivery, just squeaks the offside wide line, called fair. Solid indoor cricket shot, paddle for 2 with authority. Bit of a fumble there, missed opportunity, potentially a run out. It's all about getting the ball clean in hand, Gary Lowe.
It is. Certainly is. You don't want to worry too much about what you can do after.
It's a great shot. We talked about the technique before with those wide deliveries outside off. Got across nicely, and as soon as you get the body in position, the bat will follow.
And I just need to call myself out on an error. I called the number 1 Emerson Filsell last time on the team sheet here. She's down as number 1, of course. Emerson Filsell's number 15, in fact. So I'll call myself out on that error. Number 1, Emma Crawford with the ball in hand as New South Wales Metro on 38.
They've run straight down the wicket, always dangerous. They get away safely. Not the best of starts for this pair. They've 7 runs on the board, but they're still working their way back after the loss of the wicket.
Quite a lengthy discussion here in the middle of the court.
It is a reminder to everyone that these innings are timed, Gary Lowe. Can you tell us what happens if they go over time?
Are they timed at this one, or is it just the grand final? I think you're quite right, they are timed. And then there's a penalty for every 2 minutes that they're over, or part thereof.
Yep, so that's something that the coaches and managers have always got to be aware of. Got to be quick in and out of the huddles.
And in the grand final, I was confusing my own self, but in the grand final, no time.
Yep, feel free to do what you got to do. Off the leg there.
And of course, one of the new rules that have been brought in for these championships is should there be a tie, goes to super over, which is pretty exciting. I'm keen to see my first one of them.
Yeah, I would love to see a super over. It's always the centre turns into an atmosphere. Everyone wanders over from wherever they are to watch the game. It's a pretty special thing.
Rolling the dice a couple of times, New South Wales, sending it right back down the middle of the court, but I suppose hasn't been hit overly hard. It's not directly back to receiver and bowler, so plenty of time to scamper through. She looks absolutely cooked out there, does Jessica Peterson at the non-striker's end. Looks like she's run a marathon.
A bit of prelim final nerves. Something they'll all be experiencing, every single one of the girls.
Tamika Wilson on strike, full of pitch delivery, good bit of fielding.
Oh, good pick up. The throw from her backside to hit middle stump from that position, that was a good effort.
Last ball.
That's something that's been quite pleasing across all the divisions is their fielding. Some brilliant stuff.
Push down leg side. So 2 runs go to the total. So Metro only on about 11 here. They're creeping along, but we talked about the scores that we've seen them put up before. 100 being almost the minimum for them.
Yeah.
So they'll have to keep going. They're going on that sort of pace now, but a few wickets here from South Australia, and who knows?
Yeah, as I said, I think it's difficult to pinpoint New South Wales. Their scores have been quite sporadic, so their average is hard to read into, but South Australia a little bit more so, and yeah, definitely 100.
Isabella Nitschke at the back of the court. Played upish, chance, unlucky. Very close on the run out as well, but unable to execute.
The crowd starting to get to this delivery. Clap goes up, the ball comes down. Pretty good one in the end, Chris Griven.
Yeah, beating the outside off, and it's just that movement again. Got to get the body across, got to get yourself in position to be able to hit the ball. Here a few stamps of the feet from the crowd as well. Driven, 2 runs safely home, but you can see the difference. They've moved forward to that delivery. Not perfect foot movement, but just being in position is allowing her to get at least some strike on the ball. Another 2 runs there to the New South Wales Metro total. And after being in the negatives early on, they've built all the way to 17 this pair. New South Wales Metro with 2 balls remaining in this skin, and they're currently on 49 for the total. Outside off, called fair.
And just letting that one go is Jessica Peterson down there. Not wanting a piece of that one, not wanting to concede a wicket, not this late in the batting innings, or batting partnership, after they've worked so hard to get back to where they are.
Called wide, and they will give the option for a re-bowl, but given it's the last over of this pair.
Yeah, obviously a wide and a no ball off the pitch are 2 very different calls. Had that one been called no ball off the pitch, potentially the batter could have had a swing, but they judged wide. Last ball, is it? The umpire says yes, it will be, and that will be over.
And New South Wales Metro 51 after their first 8 overs. And on par, Gary Lowe.
Yeah, on par, absolutely. The first batting partnership scored a little bit more than what was expected, and the second batting partnership probably just a shade less. So 25 for that target of 100. It's working out pretty well. So I just feel that the momentum is slightly with New South Wales at this stage, even though the score might not reflect that. It does seem pretty even, but I just feel that the momentum might be slightly with New South Wales.
Yeah, there just seems to be a few missed opportunities from the South Australian girls so far. You can kind of feel the presence on the court. If they were able to take a few of those, they'd be up and about. And they seem a little bit nervous and a little bit apprehensive. They've got to find a way into this game. Tyra Cooper and Michaela Colby will take to the bat for New South Wales Metro as we head into this third pair. Diving effort, managing to keep it to one. That's the kind of commitment we want to see.
Michaela Colby averaging 16.43 and Tyra Cooper 14.57. So they are heavy hitters. If they go with those kind of figures, they'll be looking at something around 30, which would be very beneficial for a New South Wales Metro outfit.
It'll be Keely Stone's job to keep them under wraps as she comes in for a third delivery. Quality indoor cricket shot there, down and up on the offside. Well, I'm liking the look of Keely Stone. There's a good action she's got here. She looks like as she grows and as she develops in this sport, she might get a lot out of it.
Yeah, and look, she hasn't taken mega wickets this week. She's taken the 7 from her 8 games, which isn't the highest, but it isn't the lowest. It's somewhere in the middle. But her runs conceded is quite low, 8.38 runs per game. So, yeah, we're looking at 4 and a little bit runs and over. That's pretty good. If you're not taking wickets, it means she's getting those dot balls as she goes.
Oh, there's Upish. It's bounced hard out of that net. That really came back a lot harder than I was expecting.
Yeah, it did. And it's something that we quite often have discussions about in the commentary box. Different courts, they do different things. You know, back at home in Canberra where you're from, that might do something a little bit different to what it does here in Casey.
Yeah.
Particularly this court as well has got quite different tension to the other courts behind us as well.
And that's why you'll see players with a bit of experience and a bit of nous. They'll walk around, they'll push on the nets, they'll have a feel, they'll throw a few balls just to see what kind of reaction they're going to get and how they're going to prepare for that. I do remember playing when I was in Perth, and we were used to much softer nets and things that stuck to the net, and we played in Perth, and a ball came through and then hit the net and buzzed straight past my ear and ended up on the other side of the court. And I was not aware of such indoor nets, and I thought, I'm in a different environment here. I better find some reflexes really quick.
Yes, those kind of nets do exist, my friend.
Push down leg side for the first delivery. Always a little bit difficult for the spinners in this kind of environment, especially because it's cold down here in Casey. Got to get the fingers warm. You'll see them try and rub their hands or do some sort of exercise. Good counter, good comeback from that first delivery. Right on the mark.
Yeah, if you've got shares in a company called Hot Hands, you would be extremely rich. I've seen plenty of people walking around with little hand warmers in their mitts. Our broadcast team here at Sportscast, they too have some. Pretty chilly up there in the camera box as well, up in the scaffolding there. So good job to the cameraman.
Outside off, hit low and hard. Always difficult to field those kind of balls. Just playing the wrong shot there. Wide outside off and trying to play it on the leg side. Just got to follow the old Happy Gilmore. Send it to your home. Belongs on the offside if it's over there. It's on the leg side, play it to its home over there. Errant delivery, push down leg side, no ball off the pitch. Sees Metro advance to 16 for this pair after the first 2 overs, and they continue to be on par and eke their way towards what we would expect to be around at the 100 mark.
They are, and Tyra Cooper, boy oh boy, does she have some support. I can see at the Cricket Australia indoor Facebook page. Don't forget, hit share on that. Get this wonderful game out and about. Jack Glover, Ben Abbott, Diane Cooper, all watching Tyra Cooper play, the number 29 for New South Wales. And I can inform you folks, she's doing a wonderful job for her state here at the moment.
Phil back for her second over.
Lakeside called. Again, we found this in the earlier game with South Australia. Discipline just costing them a little bit here.
Yeah, you want to make them earn every run they get. It's a very telling stat, the amount of extras in each side. Straight, missed opportunity. Just quite close.
Yes, and Coach Kylie Rattray over in the corner there. She knows that was a missed opportunity. The hands go to the head, the eyes go to the heavens.
Correct. Played in the leg side, just simply for one.
71 is the total if you've just joined us. This is South Australia taking on New South Wales Metro. The winner goes through to the grand final. The loser, it is curtains for their tournament.
Played in the leg side for two, just avoiding the leg side fielder.
My name's Gary Lowe, and sitting with me in the commentary box is Chris Griffin.
Fuller delivery, attacking those stumps. Called through, half a chance. Big appeal, given not out. The throw was just a little bit off, and that was what sealed the fate of that decision.
And I tell you what, Tyra Cooper was on the treadmill. It took her an eternity to get there. She is in by a cat's whisker, I reckon.
Straight to the leg side fielder.
They're rolling the dice here, aren't they, New South Wales?
They are.
As we're going to watch the replay of that run out, watching it at home. Oh, gee, that is close. And you can see as she made her ground there, Tyra Cooper throws her head back and she's like, don't put me on that kind of treadmill again, Michaela Colby. I was cooked. So I know at home, a lot of folks like to freeze frame, send screenshots to people. So I'm sure you'll break it down. Let us know. I think it was a wonderful call there by the official.
Megan Schiller here, bowling her second over to seal out the third pair. Driven hard, bit of a deflection towards the stumps. Given not out. You always see those deflections either go one way or the other. That could not have gone better for the South Australians, but New South Wales still make it home.
Bit of luck coming New South Wales way at the moment. Here we
Played
go. Look, more luck, Chris Griffin. Gee.
You've got to be shaking your head if you're Kylie Rattray right there. You cannot seem to find a wicket.
They can't buy a wicket. I might go get some lucky Keno numbers from this New South Wales side because they are just red hot.
Well fielded there on the leg side. Just kept to one.
And you know what? To a certain degree, you make your own luck. Like going for those runs and stuff like that, it puts pressure on the field. Like that, they understand that there's a chance for a wicket here and they're running through. Like that there, that's a perfect example of it. They're almost paying a bit of backyard cricket tipsy run here in New South Wales, and it's paying dividends.
You're 100% correct. And as soon as the batsmen keep turning over this strike, it just puts the pressure back on South Australia, and they're doing the right thing here by just taking a little bit of time, reassessing, and then going through the same process. And you see there's no accident that after they seal and slow down the game that a dot ball follows. But New South Wales Metro, that pair of 29, Colby with 17, Cooper with 12, they've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it's a good performance from both of them there. Not one of them really overpowering the other, just a good team effort from the two.
And Kylie Rattray from South Australia, the coach, she knows that this is a pivotal moment, keeping the girls in the huddle, having a bit of a discussion. It's got to be a bit calm, get the ball in hand, execute the play.
So it looks like it'll be Cynthia Coughlin and Grace Pooley who have come in. And They've got all the firepower at the end. The two top run scorers for New South Wales are on your screen right now. Grace Pooley, 143 runs from 8 games with an average of 17.88.
Push down leg side from Gregory.
Cynthia Coughlin, 149 runs from 8 games with an average of 18.63. The two top scorers in this side in terms of runs, run average and strike rate.
No ball off the pitch. That's certainly going to help them add to their totals if they continue to bowl extras.
And we're certainly looking down the barrel here of a 120 plus here. I think you'll find for New South Wales. They'll be in a very strong position should what we think occurs.
Just a late cut there off the back net just for 1 run. Gregory had a good first over, but is just a little bit erratic here. Needs to take her time in the back of the court, have a breath. Driven hard, good bit of fielding. It's a good effort, just 1 run. Nishki's been doing some good work there at off sweeper or off guard. In behind the legs for a dot ball from Gregory.
Last ball.
And played just in front. Always a little bit dangerous there. If the fielders are coming in and the batsman's looking to run through, creates a bit of traffic, but everyone gets out clean.
Well done to the young man in the crowd who's got everyone up with the New South Wales chant. Takes a lot of courage. I was at an indoor cricket match once. I tried to do it. No one supported me, mate. I was shunned. I was a leper.
I'm glad to see it didn't affect you or you
No.
didn't chew on it whatsoever.
Not gonna, yeah, 8 years ago. Still sits with me.
Crawford coming in for her second over. We'll see what she can do to stop this flow of runs from New South Wales Metro. Push down leg side. So is that a failed chant Gary scarred you for life?
Oh, it's. I've never done it since.
Oh, solid shot. 3 runs tight, decision, given not out. Very tight call, good fielding at the back. That's right. I'm sure you'll get your confidence up in the next 4 years to start it again.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time. I tried to do an Aussie, oi, oi, oi once as well. Nope, didn't work. Miscued. Really had intentions for the back net with that one. Did Coughlin. You can tell, she swings the bat.
Yeah, a little bit of disappointment. But for the New South Wales Metro girls, they really haven't done anything too fancy, and it just shows to anyone that was playing at home and the teams that are eliminated from this tournament, you've just got to find the net. That's all you've got to do. 2 at a time, work your way through. Try and keep it as less complicated as possible. Played flat. Just 1 run, given not out. And even those runs, as you mentioned earlier, when they're pushed just back down the pitch, they're not hitting them hard.
Yeah.
So they're still getting away with the single.
Coach Tanya Bailey for New South Wales, racking up almost as many kilometres as their players. She's now on the far left-hand side of the court. She was on the right-hand side, went to the left.
And she's looking at books, she's looking at phones. I think she's a little bit nervous.
Yeah, she wants this team to get into the grand final, no doubt. A lot of preparation goes into getting these players ready.
Caitlin Segafin with her second over. Played upish in the leg side. There it is. There's the catch. Well read off the net. Good fielding, and that's the wicket that South Australia so sorely needed.
And was that a one-handed catch from Isabella Ditchke? We'll just watch the replay. I think she may have just grabbed it with the one hand. See if I'm mistaken. Oh, no, it just cradled it into the breadbasket. Probably not as clean as she would have liked, but hey, -5.
And she's been the best fielder for me for this South Australian side, so good to see her rewarded.
Yeah, they'll be looking to Nitschke when South Australia come out to bat. She averages tick over 18. Rosenweg 19.5. So some real gun players yet to come for South Australia. They're going to require every single run here today. They're going to be chasing a big total. I kind of ballparked 120. It probably won't be as big as that in hindsight.
Good solid cut shot in the back foot. 2 runs. Yeah, New South Wales Metro, they're coming close to the 100 mark with 8 balls remaining. So maybe potentially about 110.
Yeah, 110.
South Australia, if they take a few wickets here and under 100, they're well in the fight.
Oh, if South Australia can restrict New South Wales to under 100, and for me that's right on the line. If it's less than 100, I'd back South Australia. Between 100 to 110, get me a coin. I'll flick it around a few times to see what happens. And north of 110, I'll be backing New South Wales.
And that's the end of the 15th over and brings up the 100 for New South Wales Metro. Just 6 balls remaining. We'll see what they can do to add to this total. But certainly not through a lack of support on the New South Wales side. Plenty of chance going up. But I do see what I believe to be the 17s girls supporting their younger teammates.
Yes, they are. Jessica O'Reilly and company.
Played flat there into the leg side.
The real star performer, Isabella Nitschke, the captain for South Australia.
And played upish. That's always difficult. Good solid up down's always as good as a down up almost.
Well, they're pretty difficult to get to, particularly if you hit it right along that netting. Team total 104.
Hit solidly. That is a great strike. Side back 4. Pitched it slightly up. Nitschke a diving effort to stop it, but that is just a great shot from Grace Pulley.
We're moving into that territory now where, by the opinion of Gary Lowe, that doesn't mean much anywhere, but...
Left outside off. That's going to be a wide. That offers the re-bowl.
Yeah, for mine, New South Wales now. They're the ones in front. They're the favourites.
Good solid defensive stroke, and there is nothing wrong with that, Gary Lowe. If you can just concede on the good balls, keep them out, save your wicket for another day. You're at 110 with 2 balls remaining.
Yeah, you've scored 30 for your batting partnership.
Played hard in the leg side. 2 more runs with 1 ball remaining from Nitschke.
Last ball.
Full delivery, half a chance, bit of a fumble. That'll see New South Wales Metro on 113. Very solid total there, Gary, and they've done that very much with all pairs.
Oh, wow, what's gone on here?
Oh.
Well, the umpire was hanging around and waiting for, I'm not sure what.
I totally missed that, Gary.
Yeah, while we were gas bagging, it was all still live, so we'll just keep watching the replay here. And the umpire was still happy for all this to play on. Yeah, the whole world's considered that ball dead.
I did note that in one of the earlier overs, he did take a bit of time at the back net, the umpire, to call end of the over until it was officially in the receiver's hands, as per the letter of the law. So I'm not surprised that something like that has occurred. It has certainly got me stumped, and I was not prepared for it.
Yeah, I mean, if all players, as we look at the South Australians there, Jessica O'Reilly with the cap. She's the coach of that side in South Australia women's player. if all players on the court regard the ball as being dead, and this is in the rule book, rule 27K, I'm just kidding, I don't really know. I was making that up. Then the ball's deemed to be dead. There's a number of them, holding the ball over the bails, as you kind of rightly said, with the receiver. But yeah, if a wicket had fallen then, it would have been panic stations around here. But
would have been a contentious one, no doubt.
It wasn't to be, and New South Wales are out on court. The two batters for South Australia are there. It looks like it's Isabella Nitschke down there at the striker's end, partnered with Keely Stone. Nitschke in front of the playcricket.com.au banner that you can see. It complements the black background quite nicely. Of course, playcricket.com.au, the best place to find your nearest setter.
Tyra Cooper, she's at the back of the court. She'll take the Burley Seacombe yellow ball in the hand. And we'll see what she can do as South Australia look to chase down the total of 113.
Not ready. Burley's not ready. Plays over.
Full delivery, outside edge, called through.
Well,
Nitschke really wanted a piece of that one.
She's in a hurry, yep. She wants to score the 113 in her batting partnership.
She really wanted a piece of that. You can tell she's going to come out and play aggressive. Full toss, called no ball for height.
And they're gold, those no ball too highs when you're batting, because you're a full toss on the waist, you're usually going to play that shot, as you call it. I'm going to take the term from here on in, multipliers. I like that, where you get the additional runs from the no ball. That no ball too high, you're always pretty much going to score your shot just like that.
No ball high. Not called by the umpire. 2 runs.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing a replay on that if we get an opportunity, because I'm pretty sure, unless my eyes deceive me as we watch the replay, no, that won't be it. That's okay.
Full delivery, played flat there on the offside. Good bit of fielding. No ball height call is always very difficult for an umpire, though. If you look at his view, depth perception, not the easiest from there.
No, it is a bit tricky. If you're going to call one, that should be the new minimum standard.
And they sneak through for runs there as well. Well, that felt like an eternity, Gary Lowe, that over.
It did.
That's the
replay.
first over of the game.
Well, that's pretty high. Thanks very much to our broadcast partners, Sportscast, for bringing us that. I mean, that's up near our bonds. So perhaps a shade unlucky there, South Australia, but off to a good start. 11 runs. You're right, it did take a little while. Chris Griffin's grown a beard since the beginning of that over to now. You'd grow a pretty mean-looking beard, wouldn't you, Griffo?
I do not grow a mean-looking beard.
Really?
I do not grow a very good moustache. So unfortunately, I come off looking quite Amish. I really wish I did, because it would have suited my body type, I think, very well.
Yeah, I grew a mustache once, and when I went to go shave it off, we just put a little milk there, and a little kitten came along and licked it away, and then that was the end of it, mate. Useless. South Australia building well, aren't they? Sorry to stomp on you there, Griffo, but this is a good start. Very good start, and this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah, this is what's needed. They've got away to almost 10 and over, which is well above the required run rate. So see if Paul's able to counter-attack that. And that is a great shot. That's probably the best shot we've seen all game. That is solid contact from Nitschke. For any outdoor scouts out there, Isabella Nitschke, get her to your club right now.
Yeah, and you'd imagine that she does play a bit of outdoor, sporting the outdoor gloves and a very outdoor cricket bat. You see a lot of the modern day indoor cricket bats, and I won't name any because there's so many of them, and obviously need to be careful about what kind of brands we endorse here on the broadcast. But bowled!
That's a big reaction from the crowd. That's the first dismissal for New South Wales Metro. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah, just looked like it come off the back leg as we watch the replay. Comes in, catches a piece of the right leg and careers into the stump. So yeah, a lot of the modern day indoor cricket bats, very light, very well weighted. The outdoor bats have got a little bit more meat to them. Of course, here at indoor cricket, you don't need to hit the ball 40, 50 metres.
Yeah, in indoor cricket, it's all about bat speed. How late can you adjust with the ball swinging and cutting as much as it does? So the lighter bat helps the adjustment. Comes down the wicket. There's those runs right back. Nitschke, she's not playing any games, the captain. She's going to lead from the front.
She's such a great player. She'd have to be one of my players in the tournament, Isabel Nitschke.
Big flighted delivery. South Australia said they're trending well here. 30 a pair will get them there if they can help their other partners out. Good bit of fielding there on the leg side.
Yeah, Keely Stone just not exactly sure what to do with this delivery here from Vishy. Just really tossing it up. I think you'll find Nitschke is just going to come straight down this pitch.
Runs
She
down
does.
again, outside edge, caught. There it is, that's the risk you take. Beaten in the flight, didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball. And there is another wicket. That's a no ball off the pitch. Down up 2. That's as good as a back net, Gary Lowe. 4 runs.
Last ball.
Comes down the wicket again, still not shy. And continues attacking. She's going to play one way, and that's her way. Nitschke, she's got them off to a good start. 24 after 3 overs. South Australian coach Kylie Ratrave should be very thrilled with their start so far.
So Kamari, the number 10. Going to see if they can try to inhibit the stroke play here of Isabella Nitschke, the captain.
Sneaks away the single. Good delivery. Just coming over the top of off stump. Well bowled. Always a big task to bowl the final over of each pair. Can't give away too many extras, otherwise in fear of the rebowls. So they really entrust Kamari to find the pitch 6 times in a row. You can see the adjustment and the field placings for Nitschke. She's come down and hit so many times. They've moved out that off guard back, or the off sweeper, and she's coming forward now. Works for another 2.
Yeah, Keely Stone playing her role perfectly here at the moment. Just keeps rotating that strike as we often talk about. Being very safe. Let's not underestimate the role that she's played in this batting partnership of 31 thus far.
Oh, and beaten all ends up. That's a terrific delivery to finish. But that sees South Australia 31 for the pair, ahead of par, and what's required to chase down this New South Wales Metro total. That is a great start for the South Australians.
Yeah, 31. Just short of the skin of 32, but as we know, skins don't mean a great deal. Not even a great deal. There's zero relevance to the skins in the game. It's just the total.
And you talked about Keely Stone. Out of that 31, she ended up with 17. Just worked the ball around in the front court, didn't overcomplicate things, and came out as the top scorer.
Perhaps a bit of a lesson there.
A lesson on us. It'll be Michaela Colby to take the back of the court. She'll be bowling your 5th over.
Ready.
Big slinging action. Punched well for 2. Rosenzweig up to the task. Pushed in behind the legs, but adjudged fair. And played into the offside again. Good solid contact. Always good to see your batting pair get off with 2 solid shots. Well on their way, finding the middle of the bat. Oh, and playing all across the line there. Not moving forward, not moving a feet at all. Trying to play in the leg side despite it being outside off.
Yeah, that has missed by a whisker. And of course, while we watch this game here, that's
that
awfully close as well. 2 deliveries in a row.
Taylor Colby, that is a terrific ball. She knows it too.
And it's a 3rd ball opportunity here. New South Wales have a chance. They've been close on 2 occasions.
Worked for 1. Diving effort in the front court to no avail.
So while this game is taking place, of course, Victoria Blue, no doubt, sitting in the hotel room watching this, having a keen look about who they're playing, and that's the difference when you get to go through automatically. You know, these players, they have to play another game right now. It's an extra game of wear and tear. It's an extra game where, I mean, the earlier game was played at 10:15 between New South Wales Metro and Victoria Blue. They could have been chilling out, relaxing, going down to Pizza Hut, whatever you do, I don't know. Pizza Hut the day before a final, possibly not.
It'll be interesting to see how the South Australian batters take on the bowling here. Big flighted deliveries. Good patience there. Down up 2 on the leg side. It's always dangerous if you come forward and leave your crease to the big flighted deliveries. See if Jessica Peterson's able to draw anyone out of their crease. Solid shot, falls just in front of the fielder, just 1 run.
Yeah, that shot really did deserve more than the 1. Rosenzweig not quite getting all of it.
And there it is, a chance, and it's hit. There's the run out, great fielding. New South Wales Metro fans going up in the stands. Great big bit of fielding from the New South Wales side.
And put that down to the bowling. Look how high and loopy it is. The batsman or batsperson gets on the back foot, and then from there, all try to play catch up. Brilliant bowling from Jessica Peterson. Right in that corridor of confusion for the batsman.
Attacked again, and it's worked its way to the back net. That's devastating, and that's how you get your 5 runs back. We've seen that happen time and again in this game, Gary Lowe.
Yeah, that is true. And unfortunately, once she bowls the ball, she's still a fielder, Peterson, and I think she kind of forgot that. She didn't really chase it hard enough.
Comes well forward to this delivery.
Well, that's a good call.
That's a good call.
Good call. Very, very good call, and it should be.
Yes.
He's going to cop grief, left, right, and centre for that, but that ball's absolutely been taken in front of the stumps. Hopefully we can get the replay. Here's the replay. Watch this. Absolutely in front of the stumps.
Yep, so for those at home, if the keeper takes the ball from in front of the stumps line, and then promotes it to the stumps to effect a dismissal is a no ball.
Very, very good decision.
Now, not one of the commonly known rules of indoor cricket or cricket in general.
So as the wicket keeper, you've just got to wait and wait for it to get to you, and too keen, unfortunately. So big play, 7-run turnaround there.
Solid shot off the foot. Oh,
You love those deflections out of this stuff, don't you, Griffo?
they could have gone anywhere.
Non-striker, down nice and low, ready.
Great shot, great pickup. That is some terrific fielding in the front court. That is an extraordinary effort, one-handed. Cynthia Coghlan, she's making a menace of herself there. Leading edge, falls just short. Coghlan ready to throw. That's a great delivery, right into the toes. Very hard to get away. Brings up a third ball opportunity from some good bowling. See if New South Wales Metro are able to take advantage. Played and missed, and that is out. That is a good reward for some great bowling, and there's the dismissal.
Yeah, and not only whipping the bails off, whipping the stumps out of the ground as we watch the replay here. Take it, and how's your mother? Bang!
Yeah, well kept too. We criticised about taking the ball in front of the stumps. She waited just perfectly until they left their crease.
Yeah, Kinjal Kamari, the wicketkeeper.
Up his shot, that up, down, always hard to read off the top of the net. And that's got New South Wales Metro back in control of the run rate, but South Australia, they're going along okay here, Gary Lowe. I can see them working towards it. They're just got to stay a little bit within their wheelhouse, stay a little bit within their shots, and just work the front court and earn their twos.
Yeah, look, there's still plenty of time. Let's be mindful of that. If they can kind of get 6 to 8 runs and over for the next couple of overs, then that'd be considered somewhat of a win. They can really take advantage here. Another interesting rule that's coming in there as well. You can't be stumped off for no ball. Gee, really throwing up some curly ones now. So that you can be run out, but you can't be stumped. That ball is bounced twice. In the old days, that would actually be called a wide. Yeah, who's got time to sit down and go through that rule? There's a fair bit happening there, but because the batsman turned around and tried to regain their ground immediately, that's not a run, wasn't attempting a run, so it can't be stumped off for no ball. Don't get me started on rules, Griffo.
You got them all banked up.
I love them, mate.
Oh, tight opportunity, but unable to hit the direct hit. Phil Sell would have been found wanting, but
You wonder kind of where the receiver was. Not too sure where Pooley was at. Nice little tap back would have been good.
left down leg side.
Well left. There would have been a temptation to hit that.
Yes, it does give them another opportunity at a delivery. Jessica Peterson has got to keep the rebowls to a minimum here. You can see that they like the matchup of Peterson to this pair after the first over, but as soon as you put in the rebowls, it's a different scenario. Solid shot, finds its way to the back of the court, side back four, and here is South Australia coming back at them. Another floated delivery. Just too much bounce, beaten outside off. Two balls remaining in Peterson's second over. Played flat. Hits the stumps, but the deflection doesn't go in the favour of South Australia. And this is an interesting one. Final ball of the second pair, and it's a third ball scenario. Let's see where the momentum swings. Down and up for one, throw to the top. So they make it home, and South Australia move on to 53 after 8 overs. Just under about the halfway mark for New South Wales Metro, but very much still in the game.
Yeah, and that really needs to be South Australia's minimum skin. They can't afford another skin to be less than 22. Let's just throw 22 onto the next batting partnership. That makes it 75. And that leaves like a good 40 odd. So that is absolutely brass tacks. Got to be the dead set minimum. 22. That's it. Anything less than that, and it could be their tournament done. So looking for a skin of 30 plus. And that'll give the last batting partnership a skin of 30 plus.
It'll be Michaela Colby taking her second over. Good slinging action. Always enjoy a nice slinging action, Gary Lowe.
Oh, Colby certainly got that.
Forward delivery beaten outside off. And I'll put this pair on third ball immediately.
Yep. Pressure on. Second feed will be running right along the side. She's off. She's gone.
Just in behind the legs. They've got away with that one, South Australia, but it was a good ball from Colby. Always difficult for a keeper to make a play going down leg side, though. Pushed in behind those legs again. See a bit of a smile from Colby. She's happy that that's been called fair. Driven hard, good solid contact, good bit of fielding and found wanting. There is a wicket. That is a big wicket in the scheme of this match. Run out. And the front court fielding for me, Gary Lowe, New South Wales have been exceptional.
Who got run out just then?
I do believe it was Emma Crawford, from what I can see. Number one.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that then. Okay, everyone settle down. I was about to get up on my high horse.
But yeah, Cynthia Coughlin and the whole front court of New South Wales Metro, that's the kind of thing that you don't see on the score sheet after the match, is who's executing these run-outs, who's putting in the work, and she's definitely leading the way.
So the number one, Emma Crawford, averaging 11.13. Caitlin Sekafine in single digits, 6.43. So this will be a challenging little period here for South Australia.
Yeah, as you said, a pair of 30 is an absolute minimum for them to have a shot at taking away this game.
And it is a bit of hard yakka to get to that minimum from here. Wait for that call, it's one, so they're back to 0.
Worked into the leg side again.
And that's a lot of patience there by the South Australian batters to wait for that ball. If it's me, it'd be like a niche I've got to scratch. I'll be running down that thing and trying to spank it and probably getting out stumped every time. But they're very patient waiting on it. But sometimes it's too much patience and it bounces too high on them. So this is handy little bowling. Very handy bowling.
Yeah, and as soon as that bounce is going too high, it just takes away the ability to play the ball into the back of the court.
So Vishy just continues on, tossing it up.
South Australia keep taking their ones and twos down leg side.
Last ball.
Big floating delivery, full toss, no runs. And this is a big moment in the game for New South Wales Metro. They've only conceded 3 runs in the past 2 overs, and now the game is well in their hands.
Yeah, South Australia's going to have to start pressing the red alert button very shortly. Thus far, they've had to take some calculated risks, and we might have to start moving into some non-calculated risk territory where you just start throwing a bit of caution to the wind. Pooley of the Grace variety, the number 48.
Pushes down leg side again there, Pooley. 2 more runs to the total. These will be welcome runs for South Australia. Help them build it back up in this pair. Gets it online and solid contact. And you can just see that a little bit of extra pace and just how much easier it is for them to work with. They just got to find a little bit of bat on it, run their way through, and they'll get easy 2s.
Yeah, they're much more comfortable with the ball coming on. There's no doubt about it. 2 on the leg side. We'll see where Pooley bowls this delivery. A lovely, juicy one well outside off. Michaela Colby at leg side sweep. Yelling out for her team, encouraging them.
And Cynthia Coughlin just a constant threat of a run out.
Yeah, she's a very dangerous individual down there in the front court. Gets to it quickly. Moves at the speed of 1,000 gazelles. And also leading the way, Tamika Wilson.
And for me, that's been the difference between the 2 sides. It's just that front court fielding from New South Wales Metro. They've both sides have got very capable bowlers, finding good spots more often than not. Good strikers, but as soon as you're pushing the ball around that front court, New South Wales Metro won't let up. And those 2 runs don't come very easily.
Third ball players, score must change. Third ball. Has ready.
Not wanting to run her own race here is Cynthia Coughlin. Umpire's ready, everyone's ready.
Called a wide, non-strikers come down, and that is out. That is always the difficulty of a 3rd ball situation. You have to wait for that call. Committed. The call of no was a little bit late, and then stranded down the non-striker's end.
Yeah, it's a real bugger of a rule into that 3rd ball.
Oh, that is a good shot. Hands on head from Coughlin. She thought she might have a wicket.
In the old days, once upon a time, there never used to be a 3rd ball rule. You just bat all day and do nothing. But obviously, that rule was brought in to keep the game flowing and keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Oh, and that's tight down the leg side. And we see that rule we've been talking about, 3rd ball, here it comes again. Let's see what South Australia can do. Down leg side. Everyone makes it home safely. Short delivery and called wide. The reball has been accepted. Push down leg side, but that's called fair, and that'll be the end of the pair. South Australia, only 11 for that pair. We said 22 would have to be the absolute minimum, and that has left the last 2 batters with a very big task to win this game.
Yeah, well, this is pretty daunting if you're a South Australian batsman out there at the moment. You're looking up, there's not only Everest to climb. They've whacked them Mount Kosciuszko on top of it. It's a big one. If they can do it, it'll be a win for the ages, and I'll run around like a headless chook if they happen to pull this one off.
I will hold you to that.
I will run out there and I will chair these two girls off myself.
And now
never be invited back.
all neutrals are now in favour of South Australia in this matchup that are tuning in. I will hold you that word, and I'll make sure the live stream continues to see it.
Now, I don't know how favourably Cricket Australia would like it if one of their commentators went out there and started cheering off players, but we will see.
A big task here. 49 or 50 roughly needed for victory. I'll need 2 every ball from here on in to get close. Just over 2 every ball. Push down leg side. These extras will certainly help get them close. Delivery. Very nice shot. Terrific shot. Just waited. Almost looked like she wasn't going to play it. Her hands moved that late, but Schiller down up in 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty handy shot. She's averaging just the 8.75, but that shot there suggesting that she should be averaging well above that. Alana Gregory averaging in the 16, so by numbers they'll land on 24. They need much more than that. I'm sure they're going to give it a red-hot crack. Started off okay, 9.
Found the back of the court. Good bit of fielding. And that's that little bit of luck that South Australia would have needed to get a chance at this. Is things like that, deflecting and going for 4. So 10 off it. Just 2 runs under par. But a decent start.
Yeah, that's good, and that's the right intent. Which is the important thing. It's a bit sad when you see players go out with a score to chase like this and they don't have that kind of intent to try and win the game. So it's very pleasing.
Short delivery called no ball for height. That's 4 runs, as good as a back net. Really good from Gregory to stand up tall and play that ball down into the offside. Worked away for 1.
Yeah, so Schiller's going to have to play her role here. Her job is to support Alana Gregory. The runs are going to flow from Gregory at the striker's end at the moment.
Down leg side, but just inside the line. Called fair. And the same situation again from Tamika Wilson. 2 very tight calls down leg side, and will present a 3rd ball chance for the New South Wales Metro side.
And dot balls for South Australia just add to the pressure.
That's a great indoor cricket shot from Gregory. Half an appeal.
Last ball.
And there it is. Great delivery all the way through. Clean bowled. And that sets South Australia back, and you'd have to say New South Wales Metro should have it from here, Gary Lowe.
Yeah, from here I think so. As you watch on the playcricket.com.au replay, take the floor and play indoor. That could very much be checkmate.
And Coghlan, one of the stronger bowlers, will come on here with 2 overs remaining. Gregory, good account of herself here, Gregory. Good striker of the ball. Probably just left with a little bit too much to do. I think if that 3rd pair for South Australia just edged themselves to about 25, think we'd be talking about a completely different scenario.
Yeah, well, I think so. We did say that 22 was the absolute bare minimum, because you just want to be able to give that last batting partnership a chance to win the game. And unfortunately, these two fine players have been sent in, and it has been a bit of a bridge too far for them.
The mix-up, good adjustment, great work to adjust where she was looking towards, throwing towards the back net and going to the keeper, and Gregory left stranded.
And the support staff for New South Wales, I think that that's the wicket that they feel has got them home. And probably all of us here at Casey Stadium here in Cranbourne.
Lowen goes towards the keeper's end again. Big shout. Yeah, Jess Peterson, she's having a bit of an effect here late towards the game. Ball following her everywhere. Played flat, good solid shot for 3.
Last ball.
Down and up on the leg side, 2 runs. Nice paddle shot.
And over. That is time, please.
With 6 balls remaining in the match, there is a mountain to climb.
Just going to watch this replay to see if there was a dismissal. Oh, our broadcast partner, Sportscast. I'm allowed to say what they think because they're not on the commentary talking, but I can tell you they've given it out.
Sportscast, they've been here working away. I think they've got more than an educated opinion down there. 6 balls remaining for South Australia. Potentially, if there's a few re-bowls, we might see something interesting, but New South Wales Metro well in the box seat.
Yes, I think it's pretty fair to say home and hosed with 5 deliveries remaining. They'll go on to play Victoria Blue in the big one, the grand finale.
And then next up here on Cricket Australia Indoor Live on Facebook, it will be Queensland taking on Victoria in the 17s boys division at 7:15 p.m. Victoria, the leaders of that division, being upset by New South Wales Metro on the last ball of the game.
Yes, of course, how could we forget? Chris Griffin and I were standing side by side enjoying that game together, weren't we, buddy?
Just like this one here, mate.
That's right. Except we were spectators in that other court. Griffo got me up on his shoulders like I was a young child so I could see. So, of course, for all the times and the grand final teams, please say the catch line, but I really just mean go to Cricket Australia Indoor page, but check your local guides. Go to the Cricket Australia Indoor page. The team there will certainly update that and let you know who's who in the zoo.
And South Australia, they've really had a good account of themselves here. They've worked their way to 86. They've just really let it slip a little bit in the bowling innings. And just the 3rd pair for South Australia, even if they had worked their way to that 22 we talk about,
yeah,
it would have been a pressure situation. But it is the New South Wales Metro girls, under 14s, that will play in the final. Big celebrations from the crowd as well as the players, and commiserations to South Australia.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game of cricket, and look, you still thought that South Australia were a chance right up until that last batting partnership, but yeah, that third, it certainly doesn't come down to just a 3rd batting pair, but that 3rd batting partnership with South Australia, if they got that extra couple of runs, you would have thought that South Australia maybe fancied themselves a red-hot chance, but unfortunately not to be, and well done to New South Wales, and we'll see them tomorrow in the final.
Terrific. Thank you for joining me, Gary Lowe.
No worries, mate. My pleasure. And one more game for us this afternoon.
And I'll see you in 45 minutes, mate.
Sounds good.
Goodbye to everyone.